Out of the chaos and high energy that comes with a show, we found an opportunity to take a behind-the-scenes look at getting a horse ready for the ring.
Hi, my name is Tracy Sarah. I'm with Stokowski Farms, and this is National Champion Gutta-Wear Shades. He's going to be getting ready for a class today, and we'll show you what we do to prepare our horses for the class. He's going to get ready for the amateur English pleasure, purebred amateur English pleasure. There's no right or wrong way to get a horse ready. What I normally do is I start with the tail, because the way we do it here is we dunk tails in buckets of water. So I'm going to take down his tail. So I'm going to get all the top shavings out of the tail. And a lot of times at nationals, we'll have two people on a horse getting a horse ready. It is a big deal, these classes, so I can ask like my partner in crime to help me out here. So I can be like, Adrian, can you give me a bucket of water to dump the tail? And then it'll magically appear. Their tails are up 24/7. All of our show horses' tails are up all the time to try to make them grow a little bit longer. Keeps them like from flies and stuff. They don't swish them all the time and have problems. Usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get a horse ready for a class, depending on the horse, the class, the type of tack you're putting on. Here at Stokowski's, we mostly have English horses, country horses, and hunters, so we don't deal with too many heavy Western saddles or anything like that. We try to clean all of our tack the night before they show, and tails are washed the day before. Tails, socks, and feet are washed the day before they show. So basically, I have this down, then I'm going to grab my bucket of water and some black tape. And again, this is just the way we do it here. There's no right or wrong way to get a horse ready. And the only reason we're dunking his tail, it's already been washed. We want to get the kinks out of it. And this is the best way we found to do it is with warm water. And obviously, the younger the horse, the more you want to be cautious of it. But he is a seasoned show horse. We just like it to look straight and not kinky. And the longer, the fuller, the better. Again, that's why we keep him up all the time. So right after his class, it'll get put back up. And once it's dunked, you just brush through it again. Get any stray shavings. Then you just braid it up. This down. People do this different ways. We end up braiding it. Some people just use like little bands to just put it up, but we just braid it and use electrical tape. And the best thing to do with the electrical tape I found is to leave a little tail on it so it's easier to find at the end and pull it off. Because the worst thing is when they want to trot in the gate and you're trying to find the tail and to take it down, the tape end to put it down. So you leave a little tail like that. It's easy to find. You can usually pull them right out and then just brush them out. So that's how his tail is going to look going up to the ring. Before he goes in, we will take it down and brush it out. It'll be free flowing. Next thing I like to do is I always curry my horses. Some people don't like to curry them before they show because I think it fluffs up the hair. But I always curry my horses. And I try to do all this before I move to the feet because I don't like hair falling on the feet. So we're going to curry him. Then once he's curried, what I like to do is I'm a big believer in show sheen. So I will spray him down with show sheen except where the saddle goes. And then brush him through. Then once he's brushed even with the show sheen, I go ahead and put on another coat of show sheen. And I like the show sheen the best because I think it repels dust the best. Then depending on the season, the show, you're going to put fly spray on the horse if it needs fly spray. This time of day right now we don't need it, so we just brush through his mane. What I like to do for manes is I just put a little bit of detangler in my hands. Work it through my hands and then I put it just kind of on the mane to put a little bit of shine on there. So it's going to make his shine, especially it works on the black horses, the bays. Anything with the black mane, it's going to make shine a little bit more. Then we should have gel, hair gel. And with the hair gel, we just lay over the side of the mane. So the top of the mane, you're going to just lay it over. And I always save the face for last because a lot of horses don't like stuff on their face. So I go tail, body, because anything from the body drops onto their feet. So then I do my feet next. Once again, no right or wrong reason, this is just the way I do it. So when we do our feet here, our feet are scrubbed with the night before with steel wool in the wash rack. So they're already done once or twice before we get them to get ready for the show. And we just have sanding blocks or sandpaper is what we use. We just come over to the foot. And this horse is banded up because he does trot big, so sometimes he loses shoes. So these are the bands. They get loosened when he's in his stall and then tightened when he goes out to work or a show. And if you go up and down like this, it's easier when you paint them for the liquid to go in the right direction instead of side to side. So if there's anything really bad, you can go like this. But at the end, you always want to go up and down like this for the liquid, I think. We don't ever use, some people use sanders, electric sanders on the feet. We don't ever use that. We don't want to take that much off of the foot. You're trying just to get the dirt off. And honestly, by the time they go in the ring and they warm up, they're going to have dirt on their feet anyways. So you just want a little bit of shine. So his band's tight. His foot looks pretty good with the sanding. You can get a little piece of steel wool. Usually the fine steel wool works the best. You just kind of buff it off, get any like loose hoof off there. And then what we do is we get some kiwi. So this is a white foot, so we're going to do white kiwi on it. We usually do either white or black, and we use it just to kind of fill in any holes. And you want to put on kind of a lot of kiwi because it will fill any crevices in the foot. And go all the way around. Then I just take a different part of the paper towel and you kind of buff it off to make it shine. So we got a pretty good shine on that. Then we get some hoof clear. We paint all of our feet, even our black feet, we'll paint with clear. Some people will, once this dries, they'll put on like a hoof polish enhancer. It's not something that I like to use, so I don't use it. So that would be my finished product on a foot. It would look something like that. So you can tell compared to the other one, it's a little cleaner, a little more shiny. So our body's ready, our feet are ready, so now we're gonna move to his face. We are out of razors right now. If we had razors, we'd dunk our razor in that bucket of water that we just used and just razor his muzzle a little bit more for any stray hairs he has out there. We usually have baby wipes in all of our stalls. I like to clean with the baby wipes. I think it gets a lot of old product out if there's anything left in there. So I like to clean with the baby wipes. He's very agreeable. So once the face is clean, then you can start putting on, we call it makeup. We tend to use just two products, just more like a highlighter is what we'll use, and then just either a baby oil or a baby oil gel. Those are really the two products we use. And it's just like a clear gel almost. I'm going to add that over his eyes. This just makes his eyes look bigger when he's in the class. And this horse likes his makeup. He likes to show. With the performance horses and a horse like him that we know is going to sweat a lot, we're not going to put dripping makeup on him, or if it's really hot out, we don't want to put dripping makeup on him. If he was a halter horse, it'd be a little bit different. They do things quite a bit differently. I like the baby oil gel because it's, again, a little bit thicker, so it doesn't kind of sweat all over their face as much, I don't think. And you don't need a lot of it. I usually start with the muzzle. So I'll do half his muzzle, and then I go back and go over the eye, so I don't have a big glob over the eye. I'm just going like over here, is just kind of blending it in. If he hadn't been clipped, then we would clip obviously his bridle path, his muzzle, but he is already clipped, so we don't have to worry about that. And then what you're gonna do for his forelock is you're gonna lay that over with some more gel. His forelock is long enough that it'll tuck underneath the bridle, but some of them that are short, you have to put a lot of gel on. His won't be so bad. His kind of comes over the right side. And we just leave it on the side like this. And that's pretty much how his face is going to be. His face is going to be done like that.
Final classes start on Friday, and we are excited to see the showcasing of lots of talent and preparation. We'll see you in the stands.